Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Age of Wonders Planetfall. I've literally just logged in and set it up, so I've just got to continue to load into the last save. And then we'll see where we are. Because sometimes I can't remember. I think, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm not playing for the channel, I tend to play lots of different games. Simultaneously, kind of, so sometimes I don't remember where I am with these. I don't remember where I am with the games that I play myself sometimes, and I always find it really hard, especially with non-turn based games, to get the configuration of the controls right. For example, I think at the moment I was playing one of the Far Cry games, and I was playing one of the Metal Gear games, and a few others, and it's kind of hard because they all have slightly different controls, especially the kind of the sensitivity of the movement and things when you select weapons, things like that. So sometimes it's really hard to switch between games, maybe just for me, I don't know. Unless it's a game like Watch Dogs Legion that I play forever and millions of hours, so then the controls are kind of, they come naturally to you, like finger memory. But apart from that, sometimes it's kind of hard. And even turn-based games, coming back to this game, yeah, I think I was playing Phantom Doctrine last night, and often switch back into XCOM 2. So again, the controls are all a bit different things do different things, so yeah, sometimes it's kind of hard to just drop back in. But anyway, this one's actually quite easy, I'll give it that. It's actually quite a simple game to drop back into, even compared to Phantom Doctrine and XCOM 2, which are also turn-based, but they're probably because you're moving individual squad members in those games, they're kind of more tricky to remember, and it's easier to make a mistake because you've just got an individual squad member, and sometimes you can suddenly do the complete opposite thing you want to do, like you can reveal yourself, or you can hit someone when you don't mean to. Actually, I was playing Watch Dogs Legion the other day, and I know that game really well, and I forgot to press the right thing, and I hit somebody that I was trying to recruit by mistake, so that didn't go very well. So yeah, anyway, so here we are again in our empire. We've just nabbed that, or we didn't nab that anomalous tech, but we got some bonuses for that, so I think we might make another colonizer. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of kick-ass, because it's good to, like I said, it's always good to cut down these marauders, because later on, you know, they might decide to come and raid that. They probably wouldn't succeed, but if you've got marauders very close by, and obviously they've got some and they're going to run away, so that's fine. And you get this sometimes where it gives you a bonus to add to one of your settlements, and you can get either or. That gives us that, and that gives us this. Doesn't really matter. We'll probably build them both anyway, but yeah, we'll do that. So yeah, if you've got units hanging around, as long as they're not too under-leveled, it's always good to kick ass of any marauders. And also, like I said previously, I'm not sure it really makes a lot of difference whether you level up your individual units, but it certainly makes a difference if you level up your leaders, because they get more skill points. So that's that. Now let's see who else we've got. I'm not sure if they can move as well, so let's go and check out that free stuff. Crash research ship, we'll get 29 research, that's handy, and it was free. And we've got, that's about it. So we've done our research. I'm not sure if we can build, we're building research in one of our sectors there, I remember, and there we're obviously building something too, so we will skip the turn. Yeah, and I think I was saying in the last video as well, one of the really exciting things, any game, not this game, not turn-based games, any game, is when you add new DLC, especially if it's big DLC, not just aesthetic things like uniform colours or some new guns, but like missions or new enemy types or whatever it might be, new mission maps, and it's really exciting when you go into a game and you don't know what's going to happen, and this game's kind of like that. I don't know what the new... what's that there? The new... yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with all the new Revelations DLC. Like I said, the only thing I've found so far in my own playthroughs and with this, I thought we did that already, but maybe it's jumped back a little bit. Yeah, is these anomalous sites, but obviously there's lots of other stuff. And I think the more you love a game, and the more you'll know this if you play video games much, you're desperate for new content, the more exciting it is. I remember when I got DLCs, and I've got everything you can possibly get for Watch Dogs Legion, and there was a DLC that came and it's got 3 new missions, which is what I really wanted, the missions, and it was just really exciting because anything in that game would have been exciting for me. I'm sure these games you would feel the same about. I would have paid money just to get 1 new mission. I would pay money now to get 1 new mission in that game because I like the game so much, and I would keep playing anything they added to it at all. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what this Revelations adds later in game. We've got, that's our new hero, isn't it? Oh, we didn't, okay, so this is kind of, maybe it's jumped back a little bit. We could recruit this hero. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. Like I said, you need a pretty good reason to reject heroes, and the only reason I can think is, one, if you aesthetically don't like them, some of them look like alien, very alien, and maybe you won't want an alien that looks like a bug. And the other reason is if you've already got heroes that are, say you've got 2 snipers and you get another sniper off of a hero, you may not want that one. So I think we'll take this one because I'm never sure how many times you can keep rejecting people and you'll get a new one, but I think the process of that will eventually mean you don't get as many heroes as you might get overall, because there's a limit to when they keep coming, so bear that in mind if you keep rejecting. So okay, we're here. I kind of like to yeah, we might as well attack that as well. Yeah, let's go for it. We're not really at all injured, and they want to run away as well, so that's even better. And we get some industry production, whatever that's called. That's what that one is there. 440, and we are, yeah, we'll think about it. Actually, can we attack this? Not much difference actually. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we lost a unit. It wasn't an important unit. It was a base unit. So we could replay it and see if we can save that 1 unit. But there's 4 of them and there's 4 of us, and the chance that we'd lose more units is high, and you can't replay it endlessly. So we'll accept that. Is what it is. Oh, okay, so it's worth it. We get some food, we've got an assault bike, which is nice, and we've got a hopper hound. You can always sell these things, a hopper hound blade war, which I think is another unit, I assume. And you can sell this stuff, but I've never seen any reason to sell it. The only reason I can think of you'd sell is if maybe you've already got a lot of, for example, assault bikes or a lot of vehicles, and they're lower level vehicles to what you've got, or lower level weapons, then maybe you'd sell them. But other than that, certainly early in game, I wouldn't ever sell these things. Yeah, it's another unit. So we've got a new unit, some bug thing, but that's always interesting. As far as the vehicles, I mean, this guy is on a, I'm just going to check because I can't remember myself before this guy, I think, is, yeah, he's on a bicycle type thing. I'm not sure if it's the same one. I think that's a higher grade one. But these things they ride or fly in, they can be destroyed. If it's a base unit, just a normal run-of-the-mill unit you create, then if they're a flying unit or these motorcycle units you can create from that, or tanks, then that's just gone. But if it's your hero or your leader, and they're in a tank, on a bicycle, in a helicopter, whatever it might be, some flying vehicle, and in a battle, the vehicle can be destroyed, but they won't die. They can still die because they'll be without a vehicle and they may get killed anyway, but the vehicle can often be destroyed and they'll survive. So it's always worth having spare vehicles, because you never know when you might want one. We've got, actually let's take that, no not that, we've got a unit we're making there. Actually we'd like to make more units, but we haven't got the option. We can make one here maybe, because they finished building. So let's make a upgraded scavenger, because we'd like to add someone back into his army. And that's kind of natural progression. Like, we lost a base unit, and by base I don't just mean one of the units you create yourself, I mean one of the ones that hadn't been upgraded. So we lost the base unit, but we've already got the upgraded scavenger that we overmod everyone in our armies doing that. And so now we've got the option to add another upgraded unit, and that will happen over time. You'll either upgrade the units from the upgrade menu, or you'll lose the base units and you can add new ones. And later on, when you get much better units, you'll kind of, like with all games, every game you ever play that's whatever, the units that are less advanced, even the ones that are upgraded, they'll be base, they'll be tier 1. You won't mind if they die, because they'll just be taking up space. Sounds brutal, but that's the way of war. And we can upgrade that hero. Yeah, okay. We'll do it because it's there. We've only got 5 skill points, so not many. He's on a bike. Like I said before in one of the other videos, which you may not have watched or remember, I always try not to upgrade these things like ranged and close quarters, because although he's on a bike now, it's quite possible that I might change that round. So I could give him a ranged or a air command or something, but you don't know you're going to want those straight away. You don't know which ones might be useful. So I'll always add vitality early on, because that's obviously a thing that's going to be irrelevant whichever kind of unit you're making that person. And I like that because you never know where you're going to come across some anomalous site. I said that right both times so far today. I'm very impressed. So we've added those, just confirm it, always remember to confirm, but otherwise you won't have an upgrade. And then we can mod him, we've not modded him at all. Miniaturized corpse processor sounds cool, I like that. I like things that heal. I think don't know, unless I know one of the mods. I mean, obviously you can use 3 and some of them you can mix them, but I think I pick healing mods over attack mods usually, because I find that if you're dead you can't do any damage, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take that one. We'll just add that one for now, because we haven't got that much cosmite actually. Where did all our cosmite go? I can't remember. That sounds like a song. Very bad song, which I won't try and sing. Okay, so we're still waiting there for this. Well, I'm sure we did that. Anyway, maybe it's a different thing, we'll see. Let's skip out and see what happens. And I guess with all games, and I've said this before, about this game, if you want to play the combat yourself or do it auto, will make a difference to how much this feels like busy work to get to a point where you can start your main campaign, because that's kind of what you're doing at the moment. And if you're actually fighting armies yourself, not doing auto, it feels more like you're involved early on. But yeah, I think with all games, especially this kind of game, and like I said, this is more like a Total War game than it is like a XCOM, Phantom Doctrine, because you have got individual units like you would in Total War games, but they're not the same, move separately like they are in Phantom Doctrine and XCOM 2. So I think in this, a lot of, once you get used to how the game plays, a lot of the first portion of the game, let's just say portion, is kind of busy work. You're just kind of building up your army, building up the tech, killing marauders that are around the area, getting more sectors, maybe making more colonies, well definitely making more colonies, waiting for your new heroes because you get them sporadically in the first portion of the game. So I think a lot of it you can kind of run through pretty fast once you get used to it. And that's not a bad thing, because as you've seen earlier, and if you haven't, I'll tell you, this game's based on kind of you playing your empire at some point, and you go and conquer different planets, and if you do conquer a planet you can move on to a new one. So it's an ever building process, and you'll just want to get the early bits done so you're ready to fight the main enemies. So let's see what happened here. Yeah, we failed at that last time. So yeah, I think what it is that, and all games do that, sometimes if you save and go back to where it's an auto save, it steps back a little bit. So anyway, like I said last time, and I'll say it again, we did get some Cosmite, which we kind of needed. We got research, we got production, industry, and we got a quarry. So we got some bits, which is nice, and we'll take all that. That's fine. Right. Don't know if we want to. Can we annex something? We can annex that sector. It hasn't got anything amazing. That sector's obviously got a building which we have to conquer to do it, and that's a Paragon building, so we'd have to fight them, which would start a war probably. We can annex that maybe. Again, it's got what it. We can annex that. That's quite good actually. And I don't know, again, this is just me, but I kind of like all my empires as much as possible kind of joined up, because then when you're fighting and you're travelling between zones, you're going for your own territory, not going to enemy territory. I mean, there's going to be an occasion maybe later in game where you conquer an enemy sector, whether it's an NPC or whether it's the AI players, and it's some distance off and you'll have separate sectors, but in general, or you might go to a sector while you're exploring and find a sector that's got something amazing and you really want that sector, so you'll just take it even if it's far away. There's no reason you can't, but as far as you can, or I like to keep my sectors kind of connected, at least early, so we'll annex that one because it's got river, it's got forest and industry, it's got some energy production, it's got food, and it's got a derelict power plant, and as I said, energy is one of the things that you always end up wanting. Let's add that bug. So let me just show you something about the bug. We want to build a forward base? Well, build a forward base, we're there. So why not? Yeah, so that bug thing, when you get the unit template manager, regardless of units you create, which are the ones you create in your own bases, if you get any other units join you as bonuses, sometimes occasionally a unit will just come along and say they'd like to join you. It happens not often, but it does. Other times you'll do a mission or you'll invade somewhere and you'll get a unit. That happens more often. So we've got that Hopper Hound, which is this, and it's a tier 2, so it's quite good, and you can upgrade the things you get that aren't created by your base. So for example, we can modify that to anything we want. We haven't got a lot of Cosmite to play with, but it's a melee unit, so I think we'll, and you have to decide, and we'll give it that and that, because we'll probably never get enough one of these, so we'll upgrade that. Oh, what's called open core. The names they give these units as the name for the upgraded type unit is kind of weird. I mean, why a bug thing would be called open core, I don't know, but anyway, whatever. And you'll have to decide when you get a random unit where you only get one. Sometimes they're kind of weak and you won't want to bother upgrading them, but sometimes that's a tier 2 and there's no harm in upgrading if you've got the resources, and we kind of had. We've got some research done. Yes, don't. So now we've got food development, which just came automatically. Sometimes if you leave, the longer you leave some of these things, they come in automatic or in one turn. So now we've got different options. What's quantum gain? I think we'll just do colony infrastructure. Cosmite Research Centre would be useful because then we can get more Cosmite ourselves without just finding it. That would be handy. And we've also got the military thing has done its bit, so sample collection, that's both 0 anyway, so we might as well just do them because they're free. And like I said before, if there's options of these new techs, I always tend to pick the one that's got a new unit. I always find new units are beneficial. Whenever you fight enemies in this game, or in most games, you'll find they've got the best units that are around that's possible. So the more high level units you have, the better. So we can have there's 2 units in this new tier 3. You've got a Echo Walker and a Lightning Rider. I think Lightning Rider is a flying thing from recollection, so I'm going to have that. Echo Walker is a big melee thing, I think, but anyway. Yeah, anyway, so that's that. Now we've got this 699, we could kill those, hopefully, he said, which we will. They didn't run away. I expected them to run away, but never mind. But they died, they should have run away. We got some energy, which is always good. As I said previously, the thing of the resources you will need the most is energy. I've never run out of food, I've never run out of production. I don't think I've ever really run out of research. I mean, I'm sure it slows things down, but I've never had a problem. But energy runs out often. Cosmite runs out as well, so that's that. Anything else? We can upgrade our commander. Should we do that? Yeah, because it's giving us the option. We've got 13 skill points. Oh, that's the new commander that we got, and they're obviously a close range. Is that melee? I can't tell. Anyway, but like I said, I'm not going to add to those close quarters melee things. They're close quarters because they're already on level 2. So anyway, we'll add to vitality. I like that because we never know when we're going to find those anomalous things, and there may be other things that are archaeological things with this new DLC. I don't know. Doesn't work on maybe battlefield repairs, maybe all-round awareness, can't be flanked. Yep, like that. We'll have that. Vitality 3, gained life, that's good. We've got no more points, but that's fine. And again, like I said with the other ones, we'll change up the ranged or the melee, because this one's weapon, there it is only a tier 2, it's not that exciting. So Void Blade sounds good, yeah, it's a melee and it's quite good, but we're bound to find or get somewhere a better weapon. And then if we get a tier 3 sniper rifle, for example, we might give it to this one because it's better, or a tier 3 machine gun, or a rifle, or a pistol. So that's why I don't upgrade those range kind of stats early on, but you can. You might know already you want to keep a unit the way it is. So phase walk gives a shield, walk through obstacles. I've had that before, but I don't think I've ever actually walked through an obstacle. I have done often early on when I was playing this game before I was used to it. I did lots of manual battles, and I had this phase walk thing, and I don't remember walking through obstacles. It's not like something like XCOM 2 where you've got that Wraith suit where you walk through, which you know instantly is going to be fantastically useful to walk through a wall when you can go around the back of a building and the rest of the aliens are fighting. You can go around the back and walk through the wall. It's not as useful as that. I mean, yes, you're fighting them, and you've seen how the battles go. You can walk through an obstacle, but it's you know, you probably wouldn't want to. It's going to be more like something you might want to do to escape, to be honest. You wouldn't want to walk through an obstacle to attack an enemy. That's not going to be likely. It's not really happened. So more likely you're going to be walking through something to avoid being attacked or to avoid being killed. So it's got useful possibilities, but it's not like a race suit in XCOM. That's all I can say. Okay, so that's going to be useful because this is a melee, so a statically charged thing that yeah, that sounds, I like that one. We'll give it that. I'm aware that we've not got much Cosmo, and we don't really want to use all we've got. Okay, so we've got this. We'll add another unit there. Let's see if we've got anything here we can build. I always check what the build is and then see if there's anything that's really relevant, and if not, I'll make units early on. None of these, like I said, these things I usually add later when I find out which I need. Turrets I could do, but they're only one turn and we don't need that desperately now, so we will add to our army. I like Vorpal Sniper. I could upgrade it now, but we haven't got much Cosmite to do that, and we can always upgrade it later when we do a general upgrade of all of them, so we'll just make one of those. That's that. That one was going to, oh no, they went the wrong way, go away. They're going to go and join that army over there, which means this base can make something too. Specialist training. Now I'll do that because more research is always good, and so I'll always upgrade sectors, I think, especially if they're research or energy, so that's good. Is there other unit? Okay, they can go as well. We've got quite a lot of, I can never remember what it's called. I think I called it green circle in the other video, so that thing you need to make forward bases, and on the bases we've got quite a bit of it. Let's just check what that's got. It's got a few things. We will go and make a forward base there. I would say, yeah, we can do that, that's fine. When you leave a sector, like this one, I've built a forward base over there, we've got our colonies there, and we've got forward base down there. The reason that one's not taken over is because it's got a Paragon base in the middle of it, and we'd have to fight them. We will later on, but not yet. If you just leave a sector for no reason other than it's just like there and it's not got that much and you just leave it, always be aware that some of the NPC factions, especially the one that's like a, I can't remember what it's called, the growing faction, they sound annoying and they are. They kind of want to grow forests and fauna and flora everywhere. If they're in your game, and they're not always, they might just suddenly go there and start growing forests there, and they're annoying to get rid of. So if you do leave sectors, don't always assume that just because you've got your other sectors surrounding it, no one's going to come and take it. It's not likely that the AI players will, because they won't want to send an army to make a sector just in the middle of yours unless it's got something amazing, and even then they don't actually. I've never had that. But yeah, the NPC factions do, because they like to be annoying. That's their purpose. Okay. So, I think we're at the moment where we're going to end this little video for the moment. We've done all the bits we can do. We've taken a few bits over. I think I'll just add that one there. I'll leave these little bits. Unexploited, well actually I'll do that now. Unexploited sector, and like I said, it tells you which ones are the most beneficial, and level 3 for industry, level 3 for energy. Yeah, we'll go for the energy because we always want more energy, and there's no caffeine tablets in this game. So anyway, I'm going to end this video now. I might run this on a little bit just to move it on a bit, because I'm aware that the early game of this is not repetitive, but once you've seen what you've already seen, and I've seen it more than once, and if you've even watched one or two of the videos from this last little run, you'll have seen what's going to happen. You've got the gist of it. So I might run this on a little bit just to move it on a bit further. Also, I might drop another out of context video in the middle of this, because I like to do that sometimes. I'd like to just end up with a 8 video run of one game. And I made a video about Far Cry 4 the other day, very short one, just my thoughts on Far Cry 4, so I might drop that in at some point. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll be back next time. In the meantime, take good care.